What's going on, guys? This is your match review, sponsored by the One Football app. For all your up-to-date football news, make sure you scroll down into the description and download the app and enjoy. Manchester United 1, Man City 3. And I feel like Pep is Ole In, fam, because he had his foot on his neck, bro. The Norwegian leaf blower, that's what he is. He ain't a manager. You know what I'm saying? He spent most of his career as a player on the sideline, and then he thought, yo, you know what, I'm comfortable here. Let me try this management thing, fam. Nah. Once a side man, always a side man, innit? You've never been the main guy, and this is the reason why, bruv. Because he ain't got it, innit? He ain't got it upstairs, bruv. He's a bum. I just couldn't, well, that's a lie. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, and I expected it. I expected City to beat us even worse than they did, to be honest. I said to Flex that we'd lose, but honestly, I was speaking to someone today, and when I realised that Harry Maguire was going to be out as well, and obviously without the midfield, I was thinking these men are going to get piped, and they should have. They should have, to be honest. Like, City should have put about 5 or 6 past United today, and United were lucky to even get the one because they weren't. Yeah, they weren't deserved of the one goal. It was an embarrassment from start to finish, to be honest. Ollie will probably come out in the post-match presser and say that we won the second half because that's about his level of management. Do you know what I mean? That's his level of aspirations. That's him all over, mate. Like, I wouldn't even say he's a championship manager. So the standards are so low. The bar is literally on the floor. He'll be clutching at straws now, saying, yeah, we won the second half. When in reality, Manchester City, it looked like they felt sorry for us. So I don't really know where to get started, to be fair. Just a catalogue of incompetence, mistakes, errors, everything from start to finish. Like, Lindelof, or should I say Bindelof, man's trash, innit? Like, let's not beat around the bush, innit? The geezer makes Harry Maguire look world class, like he does, because Lindelof is so crap. And it's one of them ones where Harry Maguire's not in the team. You need a leader at the back. It's never going to be bloody Quagmire, bruv, next to him. So you're thinking, all right, cool. Man are going to rely on Lindelof. Why would you do that? The guy's useless. The header, or the so-called clearance, City played without a recognised centre-forward. And you can't deal with a simple-headed clearance going up against Riyad Mahrez, who is smaller than my gal blood. Like, he's about 8 stone or something like that, and you can't command a header against Riyad Mahrez. And then on top of that, not only does he mess up the header, but then the attempt to redeem himself again just ended up playing it into man's path, bro. Like, I just don't understand. That the whole thing was just a madness. City were literally moving to man. Like I said, it was surviving Ollie ball, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? It was like surviving Neverland, boy. Man were just getting touched all over, fam. Flipping De Bruyne sent Phil Jones back to Blackburn. Like, chop man in half. Like, it was a mad thing. Cut man straight down the middle like a sandwich, bruv. Like, it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. I was just sitting there watching the game, almost emotionless. Like, almost emotionless. It's got to the point, yeah, where, like, I'm apathetic to the whole thing. Like, literally. Like, obviously, I'm training for my fight. DM me on Instagram for fight tickets as well. I'm training for my fight. So I was like, you know what? I need to focus on that. I need to stay local because I'm going to be training every day and that. And obviously, the boys will be up in Manchester now and they'll be staying overnight and all of that. I can't do that because I've got stuff to do down here, stuff to take care of. But honestly, like, I'm glad I weren't there tonight. There's certain man saying that United fans were leaving at half time and that. A lot of these local United fans that are always the first to tell people how to support the club and call you a plastic or say that you're ruining the club and that because you're doing fan cams and all these other things, yeah. And these are the first man to go home early. You know the amount of times, yeah, 70th minute comes and these men are just leaving Old Trafford, you know, to get home before the traffic and that. And these are the same man that will turn around and call you a plastic or tell you how you should support the club. I think it's very rich, isn't it? So United are 3-0 down, man are going home. I've never left a football match early, like, but we could be 10-0 down. Like, I've never left a football match early, like, because I just want to see the game, innit? So it's a bit of a mad one, really. Like, I wasn't really feeling that man were going home. If people are going to walk out of Old Trafford, they should all do it together to make a statement, to make a protest towards the Glazers and Ed Woodward, and do it organised. But bopping home at half time in so-called derby game that you care so much about is a bit of a mad one still. So in the second half, it looked a bit more respectable, the result, but the football was a joke. No shape, no attacking intent. If you're going to sit back, the funny thing is, City knew how we were going to play. We hit City on the break and we hurt them the last game. I said it in the Flex and Match show today as well, that there's no way that Pep loses this game. He would have taken from the last game what he needed to take from it, and he would come with a game plan and you'll come prepared. And I said, if Pep loses to Ole again, then he should just retire, because he's not the manager that I expected him to be, or I thought he was, or he professed to be, because there's no way lightning can strike twice, yeah, because Ole doesn't even have a plan A. So to see City not even play well and kill United, because it wasn't free-flowing, slick, one-touch football that done United, you know. It's just that they're so crap. There's no organisation. Again, I'm looking at front three. Rashford scored, but other than that, didn't offer anything. Daniel James didn't offer anything again, as usual. That's becoming a recurring theme. And it's mad because I jumped on the little Rashford's turned the corner thing, do you know what I mean, out of hope, because I want him to do well. But last few games, it just seems like it's back to how it was before. It just seems like he was just in good form. And that's all it was. Fair enough. Like, hopefully he can prove me wrong. But now, looking back, that little streak is just looking like form, and it's more the same. Daniel James, honestly, like, people know how I feel about him anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? He's just not good, innit? He's just not good. You know what you're going to get from him. You're going to get passion. You're going to get work rate from him. Like, he'll be a fan favourite, innit? Because the Passionistas, them man there that don't really care about football, and they just care about heart and passion, innit? Like, them man there, bruv, with the Union Jack boxer shorts, yeah, they're going to love that. They're going to love Daniel James, innit? But he's rubbish, really, to be honest. Good weight of pass from Mason to Rashford for the goal, though. Like, that was very underestimated. People were like, oh, that was a simple pass. It wasn't a simple pass because he put so much care onto it that Rashford can control it and push the ball into his stride to get the shot off. If he fizzes that at Rashford and Rashford has to take some power off it, he loses half a step and the defender gets in front of him. So it was a very, very underrated pass. And Angel, who came off the bench, who Ole threw on pretty much to hang him out to dry, but he managed to be involved in the goal. Angel passed it to Mason, who passed it to Rashford. So people are on Twitter now, got their willies out talking about, oh yeah, it was an academy goal made in Manchester. Oh, alright, so who cares, bruv? Honestly, I don't care. I don't care where you come from, yeah, where you're made, yeah. Can you play football or not, innit? Like, this is what it's come to. Like, United are so crap that man are getting hard-ons about goals scored by academy players. I don't care who scores the goals. You could be born on the moon, bruv. You know what I mean? You could be that troll that was born under the bridge. I don't give a where you were born, yeah. Can you kick ball, yes or no? Are you the best player for the club, yes or no? Are you good enough to be here, yes or no? I couldn't care less what academy you came from. So, do you know what I mean? Rashi got his goal. But Andreas Pereira's trash. We all know this. Do you know what I mean? I feel sorry for Fred playing in the midfield with them, man, because it's just a joke. Jesse Lingard got subbed off again. He was rubbish. There's rumours of him potentially saying that he was offered to AC Milan or something like that. I think that Jesse is moving for sure, for the simple fact that he's just linked up with Mino Raiola, which tells me that there must be a move imminent and Raiola wants to cash in, or else I just don't see it happening. if he does move on, I wish him all the best, mate. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't think he's good enough to start for Manchester United. You know what I mean? He's a squad player at best. And even that, if United are supposed to get back to where they're meant to be, he's not even good enough to be a squad player. But when you look at Andreas and him, I don't think they would start for... I don't know what midfield they would start in the Premier League, to be honest. I couldn't tell you what team they would start for. I don't know if Jesse would start for Watford. I don't know if he'll start for Aston Villa. Maybe he might. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think Pereira starts for another Premier League team. I think he's absolute... He's horrendous, innit? He's a horrendous footballer. Victor Lindelof is crap. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Call me old-fashioned, yeah, but I just like defenders that can defend, innit? Like, I don't know what it is. But for me, defensively, he's rubbish. They call him a ball-playing centre-back, but he's not even that good on the ball. Like, he's just okay. He's just okay on the ball. Wow, he'll receive the ball on a half-turn and pass it 5 yards, but that don't mean you're good on the ball. Like, do you know what I mean? Vidic used to do that. Vidic wasn't good on the ball. Like, Vidic wasn't a ball-playing centre-half. Rio was the ball player. And even Vidic could receive the ball on the half-turn and pass it 5 yards. So, I don't know how... It's like all these centre-backs now just want to be ball players, but don't no one want to defend no more. And then you get centre-backs like Smalling, yeah, that defend, and that's all they want to do, but then they can't play with their feet, so they get sold. It's all mad to me right now. Phil Jones is a joke. He might as well retire. I think he should retire now. I don't even know. United should just terminate his contract, to be honest. There's a few men like that. Luke Shaw's contract should get terminated as well. Brandon Williams got run ragged today. And I feel sorry for the kid. Because in all honesty, yeah, he's better than Luke Shaw, yeah, but he's still not good enough. And he's nowhere near good enough either. But the thing is, we're in a situation where we're clutching, yeah, and we're singing his praises and all of that because we want him to do well. But the reality is, he's not good enough to play in the Premier League week in, week out. Like, he got exposed massively today. And yes, it is Manchester City. And you can say, oh yeah, it's a bit harsh because it's against City. But honestly, defensively, he's not up to it, mate. Yes, he works hard. Yes, he's passionate. Yes, he runs hard and all of that. But literally, as a defender, he's not very good. He looks like a failed winger. And a right-footed winger at that. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. And he doesn't have the experience of an Ashley Young or something like that. So, at least even though Ashley Young wasn't a left-back, he can position himself because he's intelligent, he's experienced, and he can do all these things. Brandon Williams looks like what it would look like if Ashley Young was playing left-back when he was younger and he was actually a winger. Do you know what I'm saying? He'll give you stuff going forward, but he can't defend. So, in all reality, Manchester United need another centre-back. They need a left-back. They need 2 central midfielders. They need a right midfielder. And they need a striker. That's 6 players, isn't it? Because Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire are the only 2 players in that back 4 that are good enough to be starting for Manchester United. In the midfield, Fred is the only player that's good enough to be starting for Man United. So straight away, you've got 4 players there. And then, cool, the front 3, I don't really have an issue with them. Obviously, James comes out and Martial goes in. But still, that's what, 7 man. So even within the starting lineup, you're looking at 4 men that need to come in really to the starting lineup immediately, maybe 5. This is where the problem is. United are not going to do that with the Glazers in charge. So I think that we need a manager that's going to improve what we currently have. Ollie's not doing that, innit? Like, he's the worst manager. Not only he is the worst manager in the history of the club. We know that already, innit? Like, his win percentage says that. But I think he's the worst manager I've seen in the Premier League. Full stop. I don't know. I feel like man got his coaching badges like in a Rice Krispies box or something like that because he couldn't have done the coaching courses. It doesn't make sense. Basic things like making changes, changing the shape. The way we were getting peppered, and it never occurred to him to change anything. And you saw him on the sidelines doing all that and all this, bro. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, even he didn't even believe it. When he was doing the hand signals, there was zero enthusiasm. He just looked blank. He just looked like he was going through the motions, bro. You know when you kill a man on Fortnite and then they start dancing, fam. That's what Ole looked like on the side, bro. Like, it was just a bit of a mad one still. It was just a bit of a mad one. I just feel so unemotional and so emotionally detached from these performances now, because it's disgraceful now at this point, guys. Like, let me know how you're feeling after this, because honestly, I'm not even mad. I can't even be mad. After the Arsenal game, yeah, that hurt me so much, yeah, that now, I don't want to say I don't care, because that's not true, but the same way I felt under Mourinho, where I was like, you know what, I'm not going back until he gets sacked because I'm done with this. That's where I am with Ole, to be completely honest, because it's like, you know what, if the owners of the club don't care about this club, and the fans that are always giving it the big and online, you're talking about how good a United supporters they are, and I'm a better United supporter than you, but none of these guys, yeah, don't want to make a stand here and protest and get these owners out. They don't care enough to do that. So why the hell should I care enough to be stressing myself out, getting upset, letting it ruin my evening and all that? Nah, it's cool. If you don't want to go home early, do you know what I'm saying, and go chill out, then that's fine, innit? But then all it means is I'm not gonna get too mad, bruv. I'll take it for what it is, because honestly, I can't take United seriously right now. They're talking about a rebuild and a process. Like, imagine choosing Ole of all people, you know, to be the face and to be at the forefront of this rebuild. It tells you everything you need to know about this football club right now. They're not serious. So because they're not serious, I refuse to beat myself up about it. I refuse to be standing outside Old Trafford effing and blinding, yeah, giving myself high blood pressure and all them things there. I feel sorry for Saeed and them, man, because they're going to be out there cussing now and angry. Bro, I don't have it in me. I don't even have it in me to be like getting that emotional about a club that clearly doesn't care about me, doesn't care about you, doesn't care about any of the fans. That club, all they do is just fleece people for their money. That's all they do. As soon as the Wolves final whistle blew, yeah, they had already taken the money for the second leg out of people's accounts. I had people messaging me saying, yo, like, they've already taken 30 quid out of my account for the return leg. That's all United care about. Imagine, yeah, I got my season tickets, yeah, and I got my United membership as well. The United membership gets taken out like annually or something like that, because I had the membership first. Imagine this. I've moved address now. So the address that my membership was registered to, I'd left from there. United emailed me saying, oh, we received your membership card back here because you don't live at the address. Can you please confirm your address for us, or we can't send you another card? But then they took man's money anyway. So they direct debited my money even before I'd received my card, and they didn't even know if I received their email or anything like that. They didn't know where I lived or nothing. Didn't have my details and still took my money. These men are crooks. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about football. These men only care about lining their own pockets. The Glazers are scum, yeah. And if these men are too worried about talking shit about fan channels and all this other stuff, then actually making a stand, because I'm up for being outside Old Trafford, yeah, and being unruly. Like, I'm up for a mass walkout. I'm up for a mass protest. But most of these men that just talk rubbish about how much they love the club, yeah, like, they don't know what that is. They don't really know what that is. They don't really love the club. Them man are in love with it. It's all romantic, but they don't really love it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't really love it. It's all like they're brainwashed. Like, they're indoctrinated. Like, it's just in their blood to just support the club because their dad did and their granddad did and whatever. So it's just a ritual for them. That's all it is. It's just a ritual for them. They don't know no different. But if you really love something, yeah, you will fight for it, innit? These men ain't trying to fight for the club. That's why we're getting mugged off. So because these men ain't on fighting for the club and they're facilitating the Glazers, that's what they're doing. And it's proper Glazonomics, boy. 6 players out, 2 players in and all that. But these men ain't complaining about that. They're like, oh, stop complaining. Let's get behind the team. That's exactly why the Glazers keep doing what they're doing. So if your attitude is stop complaining, let's get behind the team, then you're a mug. And you're the reason why the team's in this problem at the end of the day. Because if this could never happen at Real Madrid. It could never happen at Real Madrid. Because the way them fans would mash up the place, or the way them fans just wouldn't come to games, That's how them man deal with stuff. Like when you love a club, this is how you deal with it. That could never happen at Real, but it's happening at Manchester United. And these men want to talk like Manchester United's on par with Real Madrid in terms of the size of club. Well, boy, these fans, someone needs to remind them. Someone needs to remind them because these men make me sick, innit? So I'm not mashing up myself. The team's a disgrace at the moment. It doesn't look like they're playing for Ole anymore. Last few games, it just looks a bit flat. And to be fair, in the Arsenal game, a lot of them men look fed up. I think these men know deep down that Ole's trash, innit? Marcus Rashford got the armband today. De Gea has been the longest serving player. There's no reason why De Gea shouldn't have been captain today. I was happy for Rashford, don't get me wrong. But De Gea came out and spoke his mind once. Ole stripped him of the armband and he hasn't worn it again since. And that shows how insecure he is. You know what I'm saying? He's a bum. That's what he is. Because the only time Ole shows any sort of authority is when man put him in his place. When RVP told him about himself, all of a sudden he came out swinging, bro. Like the most fight he's ever shown is literally when two men want to question him because he's just stubborn and insecure. So when certain man put it on him, he can't take it. All of a sudden, he's coming out for RVP talking nonsense about medieval crap. And then David De Gea says, yo, this is the worst period that I've been through my whole time at Old Trafford. All of a sudden, he ain't got the armband no more. That shows that Ole don't believe in himself. He's so insecure that anything said against him just rattles him. And then he feels like he has to be ultra petty, yeah, and to clap back by doing stuff like that. But actually, all it does is just show how out of his depth he really is, guys. So, to be fair, there ain't really much to talk about the game. He got battered from start to finish, innit? Like, if it was a boxing match, they would have stopped it in the first half anyway. Let me know. Well, there's nothing positive to take from the game, but let me know what you're most concerned about having watched the game today. There's not any positives I could take from that. And if you could take any positives from that, you're better than me, innit? Like, you're better than me, guys. So I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm not going to pretend that like it was a good performance or there were any positives. And if Ole comes out in the presser and says anything other than how rubbish it was and he tries to put a positive spin on it, I'm going to batter him on Twitter. I don't care. That's what he's going to get because he's a loser. That's exactly what he is. He's a disgrace. He should never be a Manchester United manager. The amount of crap he comes out talking. We'll lose a game and he's smiling. He's always got something to say. I know it's a process. I don't trust him with the process, bro. Let me know your thoughts on this disgrace of a game. And what, we got the second leg. I'll get clarted another free to hold at the empty head. Do you know what I mean? I bet the City fans turn up for that. That's going to be a public execution. Come like Game of Thrones, bruv. Man are going to get Ned Starked at the empty head, fam. So let me know. Yeah, just let me know how you feel, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? I know you're going to be fuming. So, boy, it's just a bit of a mad thing. But let me know, man. Smash the like button. That was your match review. Obviously, we're not going to do man of the matches or none of that crap. Because why should we, innit? Like, we know better than that. We're not trying to put a positive spin on nonsense like this. Make sure you follow the socials at Rants and Bants on Twitter and Instagram. And also, as I said, March the 8th, I'm fighting again, raising money for charity as well, for sure. Big up all the guys that have messaged me with charities and links to places to donate in Australia. I'm seeing a lot of Red Cross stuff. So from what you lot are saying, those are the best people to kind of donate to. So I'm going to look into that. I'm going to make sure it's not one of them pyramid schemes where my money's not going to go where it's meant to go, because I don't want to just throw the money away. I'd rather it goes to someone that's actually directly going to benefit from it. So thanks for those. If you want tickets, again, DM me on Instagram. Otherwise, if you can't make the fight, just like the last one, I will be doing some crowdfunding and that to raise money for charity. And we're going to try and raise as much money as possible for Australia. And also, as usual, for the homeless. So I'll probably split it down the middle. So yeah. One of them ones, guys, innit? Like, shit happens, to be completely honest, man. I'm just gonna go to bed, innit? Because, bruv, I'm annoyed, innit? Catch you lot tomorrow.